Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Schneider. Welcome to the Song Club.
I knew it was a bad idea to meet you here, my dear.
So welcome to the ethereal realm with your host, Bob Schneider. Also, we in the Song Club right here. That's right. Anyways, it's good to see you. It's December 2022 if you're listening to this in real time. And if you're not, if you're in the future, welcome, future being. Maybe you're in the year 2023. In that case, I guess we're time traveling, and I like it. I like time traveling. It's cool, man. Time travel's cool, man. A lot of people don't think about it too often. Nerds do, of course, science nerds. They think about it all. That's all they think about. That and that sweet, sweet, sweet poontang. That's all nerds think about. Time travel and poontang. By the way, that's what they call it. Poontang. Yikes. That is the most 70s word I'll probably use on the entire podcast. There was a guy named Ted Nugent. I'm sure you're familiar with him. I feel like most of my listeners are around my age, late 30s. So you've probably heard of Ted Nugent. Anyways, he had a song called Wang Tang Sweet Poon Tang. Or wait, was it Wang Dang Sweet Poon Tang. Anyways, there's a guy that's probably, I don't know. He was a kid. He was having a good time. He had a guitar. He had a cheetah. He had his own he had a handmade cheetah diaper that he would wear. And I do believe that his gun fired, was a shotgun. It was a guitar, but it was also a murder machine. So he could murder you with a solo, and then also, if you came onto the stage, put a big hole in your belly. Wang dang blang blang. Blang 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 blang. My name's Ted Nugent. And then he became a hunter. Or maybe he was a hunter. I'm sure he was a hunter. I feel like that kind of hunting is something you grow up with. I don't think you become that avid a hunter without having some early childhood hunting experiences to draw upon. But what do I know? Oh, everything. I wish I didn't know everything. Every once in a while I'm proven wrong, but it's so rare. If it was less rare, then I would be less inclined to believe that everything I think is true. Anyways, if you want to... Oh, really? If you want to, let me know what's going on. I don't know how to do it. Write into bobandclint@gmail.com. That's the email for my other podcast. Anyways, we're at the Song Club. It's December 2022. I want to thank all my Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for all your love and support on Patreon. It makes it easier to buy my kids some toasted mini wheats, which she doesn't like, but my wife does. Also to send my kid to an out-of-state school, which I don't know if I'm going to pay for because don't believe in college education anymore, and also don't believe in paying out-of-state tuition. Also, I don't think he cares. Also, I don't think I'll have to pay for it. Anyways, that's a different podcast. It's called Ruminations with a Multiple Marriage Man with your host, Busy Poorhouse. All right, let's get into the songs for this month. It was a bountiful month for songwriting for me. I wrote 6 songs this month, which is a lot because normally I just write one a week, but I guess I wrote 2 using the same. I use some of the same lyrics. Sometimes what will happen is I'll write a song, and then as I'm writing it, I'm like, this song sucks. Or I just get tired of it because I've been looping it. So I think that's what happened. And then I started writing a different song, which I liked. But then I went back to the other song. I was like, oh, this song's kind of cool. And so I finished it. And then it already had the lyrics in it. So I was just, I'll just keep them. Who cares? Or maybe breaking the boundaries and using the same. What if I just put out a record? It was 8 different songs, but all the same lyrics. That would be some indie art house bullshit. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm not going to test your strength as a diehard family member. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Mine was pretty good. This is where people here's what people like to do. They like to draw upon their experiences. Like comedians especially, they'll talk about their Thanksgiving and how wonderful, and then all the things that irritated them that are kind of funny. But that's not the way your boy work. Your boy work in the realm of the multiverse. And by multiverse, I mean just whatever random shit comes into my head. Because A, I can't even remember what happened on Thanksgiving. B, who cares? And C, other things to talk about that are more exciting, like made-up bullshit. But anyways, let's get into the song club like I said I was going to do just a few minutes ago. Here's not what I'm not wanting to do on this podcast. Get sidetracked. Because I do that occasionally because there's beautiful birds. All right, let's check out this song. It's the first of this bountiful bouquet o toony or woony boons from this month. This one's called Valentine's Day. The prompt was the word Christmas. I send out that prompt every year to the Song Game group. A group of very talented young men and women. And I like to send out the prompt Christmas so that people might write a Christmas song, because there is some of that. A little bit of this scratch. Or there used to be. Who knows if there is anymore. I don't even know if there's any money in songwriting or anything anymore, to tell you the truth. It's less and less, I do know that. But this was my contribution. It's not really a Christmas song. Maybe it's a Valentine's Day song. Let's check it out, though. It's pretty, I like it. But I wrote it. So, it's like when somebody has a baby and they're like, oh, look at this baby picture. No, I don't want to. They're like, but look how cute. And then you lie and you're like, oh, how cute. But, every once in a while, somebody will show you a picture of a baby and you're like, damn, that kid's cute. But most of the time they're like, yeah, they're not that cute. And then you just go, oh, they're so cute. They're not cute. They're not that cute. All right, here we go. Valentine's Day. The new Bob Schneider. Jimmy Jams. Oh, I better crank this up because that's low. My bitch, she got money, she grew up with it. Yeah, I ain't got none, but I'm down with it. Yeah. Do what I can to make do though. Yeah. I'm just me, I ain't you, so I stay cool, I get bandwidth. Yeah, she get high, she's languid. She be up, I get woke in the night, and she tell me away from my work, but I'm alright. Damn. See a flowers gonna holler. Yeah. Father Potter playing in the dirt. Yeah. Say a thing or two and then go right line to her. So let's try to make it to Christmas. Let's try to make it to the new year. Let's try to make it to Christmas. Then we'll see. Let's try to make it to Christmas.
Let's try to make it to the new year. Let's try to make it all the way to Valentine's Day.
All right, there you go. That's that new jam. It's pretty good, I have to say. It's pretty rockin', as we like to say in the biz, I guess. So yeah, that's a song that I wrote. I'm doing all this other technical stuff right now, but I'm also trying to continue to talk. Don't worry, I'll fix it all later in the edit. I'll edit all this stuff out, which is cool, because that's what I do. I spend, I don't know, maybe 15, 30 hours recording, and then I edit it down to a tight 45 minutes. And you guys get, you see the results, you feel the results, you understand the results. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously, you're like, damn, homeboy put in some time and money into this podcast, because this shit is tight. Super tight. I'm just going to move right into the next song, because this next song is probably my favorite song of the month. It's called FANG MARKS. Now, is it about a vampire? No. Should it have been about a vampire? If your boy was smart, money-wise, business savvy, if my name was Bobby Busy Savvy, if my name was Business Savvy, Busy Schnizzy, it'd be about vampires, because that shit sells. I think. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. They did put out a vampire movie recently with that Grey Worm guy from Game of Thrones. And I was like, I don't want to watch it. But I wonder if it's because in Game of Thrones, that dude, when I got to know him as a character, I realized he was castrated, so I just still think of him that way, and I'm like, I don't want to watch a castrated vampire, do I? Anyways, it just, I don't know. Would I have watched it with somebody else? Ryan Gosling? Dreamy-eyed Ryan Gosling? Fuck yeah, I would have. But he wasn't in it. They probably shopped it to Ryan Gosling. They were like, hey, you want to do Vampire Lestat? And Ryan's like, I'm a movie star, bitch. Get out of my bathroom. I'm taking a poop. And they're like, oh, sorry to disturb you, Mr. G. And he's like, damn, that was a good one. And then, Eva, come in here and wipe my booty. Okay, Mr. Gosling. That's the way they role play in their house. I don't really know anything about them and what they do. I just have my own imagination that creates stories about what they might do. And in my imagination, maybe they do that. Maybe they do some other stuff. I'll get back to you on that after I write my fan fiction novel about the Mendez Gosling household. My apologies to them and to their loved ones. They seem nice. I don't know why I'm talking shit about them. Maybe I'm not. I'm talking just shit, but not about them, but involving them. Okay, that felt like a regression to me. I don't know about you guys, but I do want to talk about this next song. So it's called FANG MARKS. It's art rock, and art rock's my favorite kind of musical genre. A lot of people say, but I thought you liked reggae. No, I don't like reggae. I do love reggae, but it's not my favorite. Art rock is definitely my favorite genre. Like you say, well, what kind of, can you give us an example of that? And I'd be like, well, Baxter Drury, that's a good example. Go check that out. Baxter Drury. You'll like it. All right. Let's get into this FANG MARKS song. You'll notice like right away that some real shit's happening in this killer jam. Here we go. First of all, I think there's just straight up, oh yeah, crowd noise. So you know it's art rock when it starts with that. Oh shit. I like it. Oh yeah.
Turn off the rat race. Do what I told ya. I got FANG mark on my Coca-Cola. I don't know what you're talking about. She crashed her Honda into the party. Backseat full of empty cans of Coke and Bacardi. Oh, she shake that world, guys, across the dance floor. Now I don't know who I am. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't, but I'm here. Okay?
That's called art rock, son. That's what we in the biz call the art rock. Yeah, art rock's cool. I like it. That was definitely me trying to sound a little like Baxter Drury right there at the end of that song. FANG marks. She left some FANG marks on my Coca-Cola. Pretty good line for, for art rock. Art rock's like kung fu movies. It takes a certain type of person to like them. Oh, by the way, this is the second time I've done this podcast. I did it yesterday. And at the end of it, by the way, that one I did yesterday was maybe like the Mona Lisa podcast. It was maybe the best podcast I've ever done. And at the end of it, I checked it out on YouTube and there was no audio. So unless you like Charlie Chaplin-esque podcasts where you're just listening to the sound of silence, I probably wouldn't have liked it. I guess I could have put it up on YouTube with no sound and just me not really moving a lot and talking into the mic. And then people would have been like, I don't know about this. I think actually that may have happened last month because I went and checked it out. And that one also didn't have audio. So here we are in the land of no audio. That's cool. That's super cool. So, yeah. Anyways, I wonder if that's what's going on. It doesn't matter. This one will have audio because that's the way we do. We do it right tonight. All right. Anyways. Every once in a while, I like to do a little thinky and not talky. And on the podcast, that's kind of cool because you're like listening and you're like, is there supposed to be this much silence? Hey, also, he's not making much sense. Is that good? Is that good podcasting? Yeah, it's the best kind. It's the kind that makes you think. The kind of podcasting where you're thinking a lot, where you're in your head and you're like, what's going on? That's the best kind of podcasting. Because it exercises your brain. The kind of podcasting where you listen to it and your just brain shuts off like a faucet and there's no drips coming out, That's probably the worst kind. It's also the most entertaining kind. It's also the most successful kind. But that's not what we're doing here. We're expanding the mind. When you come to the Song Club, you're coming here to work out your mind. You're not coming here to put it to sleep. Hell no. When you leave here, your mind's going to be like, damn, Olivia Newton-John in 1983. Like, tight. You'll be like, damn, my mind buttocks ache from all of those thought lunges. Yeah, that's what we do. You come here for the songs, but you leave here with that tight behind in your mind. And so that's kind of cool, I think. It's not extra, it's free actually. But I mean, obviously you don't get that BDE vibe. Only the folks over on Patreon get that, but that's cool. Oh, also, by the way, I've been doing this podcast for like 4 years in this way, but I think starting next month, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do it live. What? Yeah, that's right. I'm going to do the podcast live. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to basically stream it live. And if you're on Patreon, you'll get a link to that live podcast. And I'll interact with you the way I do on the live stream. And I'll also be performing these songs when I present them instead of just playing them. So that'll be interesting. I've never tried it, thought about doing it. I miss doing the live streams. And so I feel like this will be a cool way to kind of do that. Yeah. All right. All right, let's check it out. Here is another song. It's called All Over Again. I think this uses the same lyrics as that FANG MARKS song. Let's check it out. All right, first of all, it's scary. This song's scary. Soup scary. Are we in a... Is this the name of the rose? Oh yeah, that's the same lyrics.
Crash the party. Let some FANG MARKS.
Is that FANG MARKS?
I'm on Bacardi. Shoot that wild ass. Across the dance floor. I'm not sure where we are anymore. Got a backseat filled with empty cans. She's got them free birds tattooed across her hands. Doctor said I got cancer of the heart. Makes me wanna start all over again. All over again. All over again. Don't tell the cops I'm on a bender. Want this, you better return to sender.
I'm bionic, bitch.
Doesn't mean my heart won't bend if you drop it.
I changed that lyric. Every once in a while, after I recorded the song, I'll change the lyric. And that's what I did on that one. It doesn't mean my heart won't bend if you break it all over again is the new lyric, but the old lyric is the one that you'll get on your recording. But when you see me live, I'll be doing the new lyric. I have thought about like going back to these songs and editing them, and because what happens is once I start playing them live, sometimes I'll think of a better lyric when I'm playing them live, and but then I'll never go back and change the original demo, and people like will listen to the demo and they're like, hey, these aren't, it's different lyrics. Yeah, because that's the way it works. Now, normally by the time I get in the studio, I've got all the lyrics figured out. Now, I will say this. I am recording. I'm in the studio right now recording my new record with my buddy Max Frost, who's producing. So we're working out some tracks, but he's definitely been like, yeah, let's change some of your lyrics. And I'm like, but those are my babies. He's like, I know, just let's try it. Let's see what happens. And man, it's so hard to do that. But I've been trying to stay open to that. And because he's a smart guy and he knows what he likes, and I trust him with his idea of what he likes. But I also trust myself with what I like. And I know that I used to do this thing a while ago, and I kind of stopped doing it. Maybe I do it a little bit, but I used to do this thing where I'd be like I'd get this idea that I knew what other people liked. And so I'd be like, well, that's not what I would do, but I think that's what people like. So let me do that. So instead of doing exactly what I like, I would do what I thought other people liked. And now I don't think you get good results that way. I think the best way to make art is to just do it the way you like. And then at the end of the day, you're going to like it. So that guarantees you that one person will like it. And really the only person that needs to like it is me. I mean, it'd be nice if other people like it for sure. But I do listen to people's opinion. My wife is somebody that I go to all the time and ask her opinion. And she's really honest and has really good, we have very similar taste. Like we like the same things. So anytime she tells me, like sometimes like last night, for instance, I was going to a gig. I was sitting in with my friend Owen Edgerton on his Master Pancake at the Alamo Draft House. And I decided, let me get dressed up kind of Christmassy. And I put on some red flannel pajama pant bottoms and my green Austin FC jersey. And I was ready to walk out of the house and go out into public looking like that, where people have cameras and they also post shit. And my wife was like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, I'm Christmassy, bitch. And she was like, no. And so she made me put on my black shit that I always wear. And I looked a lot more handsome and a lot cooler. And then I walked out of the house looking like that instead of looking like a damn child. And so, yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So there is stuff like that where I will listen to other people. And so I've been trying to do that with Max. I've been like, all right, I'll try whatever. So I've been trying it, changing the lyrics around, changing melodies, doing all kinds of shit. I'm like, hey, man, it is what it is. My songs are what they are. They're kind of quirky. And that's what makes them Bob Schneider songs. And other people have their songs that aren't quirky and they're fucking boring bullshit. But you're here at the Song Club. And when you get that B. Schnitty jam, you appreciate its quirkiness, I believe. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm excited to be working with Max. He's really one of the most talented guys I've ever met. He's incredible in the studio. He comes up with great ideas. So the new record's going to be really cool. I've got some really great songs that are going to be on it. And I can't wait for you to hear it. That'll probably come out early 2023. Well, it's not coming out this month, so the earliest would be early 2023. But I imagine around South by, maybe we'll have it ready for you guys to hear. And you'll get it here first. If you're part of the Song Club, you'll get the whole record sent right to you. You can stream it and do all that stuff, but you'll even get it before the streamers get it. And you'll have an actual copy of it. So that's kind of cool, because maybe at some point you'll be like, fuck Spotify, fuck Apple Music. I'm just going to listen to what I got. And then you'll be like, oh shit, I haven't bought any music in years. Oh, but I got all this B. Schnitty shit that I got for free. Because that was part of the his Patreon. And then you'll also be like, but it wasn't free because I had to pay. Yeah, but whatever you're paying, it's not enough, probably. Oh, and now my stream is saying no data. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. All right, let's listen to another one. This song's called Pineapple Mind. Does it make a lot of sense? I think so. Let's listen to it. First of all, it's jazzy as fuck, which is always a good sign.
Pineapple minds upon the pineapple sea. I like the way they float free in the wind and wind their way around the world again. The appearance of the dreaded wolf in the shadows. Oh my God, what to do? Sound the trumpets. Bring the heavy beats, bring up the rear, turn up the bass. Yeah, how you doing, dear?
That's the way I like to dance. It's also a workout. It's the new Bob Schneider Song Club workout. It's for people that can barely move their body and just want to get a little bit of motion before they die in their bones. Just move their blood around a little bit. By the way, I'm completely exhausted now.
Pineapple minds falling into forever, where the children play with the stars like marbles, where the ghosts make ships and fill them full of make-believe people.
It's a reference to 1899.
The appearance of the dreaded wolf in the shadows. Oh my God, what to do? Sound the trumpets. Bring the heavy beats, bring up the rear, turn up the bass. Yeah, how you doing, dear?
There you go. That's some fucking rando shit right there, boy. Ever since I heard Kurt Vile, I've been trying to write some random ass lyrics, and I feel like I finally feel like I've succeeded with the random ass lyrics stuff, like for sure. And anyways, man, I'm like I said before, I recorded this whole podcast already, and I'm recording it for the second time, and I'm getting a lot of like weird signals from my encoder saying like, hey, the audio stream's current bit rate's lower than the recommended bit rate. And then every once in a while I'll also look at my computer and it looks like it's bumpy. Anyways, the cool thing is I'll edit all this stuff out later, so you won't hear any of this because that's what I do when I do these. I edit out a lot of stuff. Because what are you gonna like listen to this stuff? No, hell no. You won't put up with it. All right, let's do another song. How many songs? Wow, there's so many songs this month, and they're so good. Well, they're pretty good. I like them, actually. This next song is called Hand Grenades. The thing I like about this song is that I'm very un-PC. I like this character. Now, a lot of people just write autobiographically. I've never done that. I find it extremely boring, actually. I like the Randy Newman approach where you take on a character, take on a narrator. It can be completely different than you. Kind of like Christian Bale when he plays, anybody with an American accent. Because he's like Welsh or some bullshit. Anyways, that's the way I am when I do a song. I just pretend I'm somebody else or imagine a character and then what he's going through. And so I kind of like playing this character. He seems like kind of a dick. But I don't know. Let's listen to it and then let's chat about it. We'll listen first and then we'll chat after we're more familiar with the music. These birds are going to like this song for sure. Already it's like comes on strong. It's like horse
Call me the hurricane.
Whoa.
I mean, Bob Dylan did.
Yeah.
I mean, he was talking about somebody else.
Okay.
But I'm sure pretty much he meant me.
Yeah.
It's somewhere like time travel is real.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Cause check it out, I got some hand grenades. Oh, right here. I'ma drop 'em on ya. I swear. Yeah. I got some hand grenades. Right here. They gon' make your problem disappear. I've been dropping these bombs on these bitches for so long now. Feels like I'm falling into forever. Shit, man. It's muscle memory. I'm a Viking prince. It's the grand illusion. Like sticks, bitch. I got some hand grenades. Oh, right here. I'ma drop 'em.
I got some hand grenades right here. I'm gonna drop them on you. I swear. Yeah, that's some like 1980s style Shizer. For sure. Yeah, that song's called Hand Grenades, and it's got the auto tune, so if it's auto tune, basically what that's telling your brain is, oh, this is some gangster shit right here. This is like the gangster. The gangster has shown up. And the gangster in town doing a little work. Oh, there's a little bit of noise there. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Don't worry, I'll edit that out in post, as they say. What else is going on? It's 2022. I have been flying a lot lately. And flying is like a coin toss whether you're going to get to your destination or not. I mean, you start out and you're like, well, I'll get there on time. Airports are pretty, full, but not crazy. And you get there and you're like, okay, everything's good. Everything looks fine. Everything's on time. And then literally 50% of the time, all of a sudden they're like, oh, you're at gate C20. Go to gate A10. What? Isn't the plane, aren't we supposed to leave here in like 10 minutes? Yeah, go halfway around the world to another gate, and then maybe there'll be a plane there. And then you go to that gate, and they're like, oh yeah, go back to the gate you just came from. Okay. Walk another 1.5 miles. Okay, cool. And then you get over there, and they're like, yeah, you're going to be spending the night in Atlanta. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, your flight tomorrow, the direct flight that you had today to Austin, the 2-hour flight, tomorrow you're going to be on 3 connecting flights, and it's going to take you 14 hours to get home. Oh, okay, cool. That's cool. That seems cool. And then they put you in the Holiday Inn where everybody was murdered like 5 weeks ago, and you can still smell the cadavers. So that's travel today. If you haven't been on a plane recently, that's pretty much what to expect if you want to travel somewhere. The international stuff seems to be okay, but here in America, I think what we've done is we've squeezed all the blood out of the orange in terms of the workforce, and nobody wants to pay anybody anything more. And they're like, yeah, we're just not going to work anymore for what you were paying. And then they're like, yeah, we couldn't find the flight because there's one guy that put some tape on the wheels, and we couldn't hire that guy. But we got somebody coming in next week with no experience. He'll be putting the tape on the wheels, so that'll be cool. All right, let's go on to our next song now that we've had that little brief discussion about airplane travel in the USA with your boy, Song Club President, B. Schneider. This next song is called The Undertaker. I feel like this might be the month of the most random shit I've ever written, actually, because this one is also kind of crazy because it's called The Undertaker, and I mention The Undertaker in each verse, but then it's really not about The Undertaker. It's really just about being in a relationship. They go a little something like this. We gotta crank it. Ooh. Already though, it is groovy. Like you want to drive around in this.
I called the Undertaker, but I couldn't get her off my mind. 'Cause she's a real heartbreaker. Yeah, not the average kind. She walked in with that dagger in her mouth. Yeah, shit, that's what I'm talking about. There's some things that you're gonna find out when you find yourself on that scenic route. I called the Undertaker and said she got a way of looking good in the suit. I told him she's a faker. He said for most of my clients the subject is new. Then she walked in with that dagger in her mouth. Yeah, shit, that's what I'm talking about. There's some things that you're gonna find out when you find yourself on that scenic route.
All right, there you go. The Undertaker. Kind of a jam. Getting more messages from online saying, "Oh, YouTube's not receiving enough video information to maintain smooth streaming, so your shit's going to be all choppy." So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just pretend that those are special effects that we're doing to make it more exciting by like, oh, they're doing the Ken Burns effect by using photos now instead of video. And because it only happens for a second and then it goes back to regular, so it kind of does look like a special effect. So maybe I'll just edit this out and then you'll think it's a special effect. I mean, that's the good thing about editing is you can really just fix everything in the mix. So those are all the new songs for this month. What's crazy is that I've written another song, but it's not in this month's because this actually didn't come out until almost a week into December. And anyways, it's been quite a productive year for your boy. That's why I'm yawning, because it's tiring writing all this stuff, making all this music. But I love doing it, and I love the fact that you guys appreciate me doing it, so I appreciate that. All right, let's go into the Song Club archival bag and see what we can find. Okay, we got this track right here. It's called Deep Girl. Now, this is the jam, by the way. Now, how come this has never been on the Song Club is a mystery to me, because it's really, truly the jam. Am I talking about a brainiac in the song? Maybe. But a brainiac that maybe doesn't do well on a Mensa test, but might do well if she was auditioning for the Living Color Dance Squad. All right, let's check out the song and then we'll talk about it. We'll do a question and answer afterwards. See, next month when I'm doing this, you'll be able to ask questions about these songs, and maybe I'll answer some of them, maybe I won't. We'll see. All right, here it is, Deep Girl.
No.
All right, first of all, we gotta get this like cranked all the way to 10. Yeah, that's the jam right there. Oh, yeah. Ooh, come on.
Deep girl, let's go deep girl.
Yeah.
Deep girl, but not too deep girl.
What?
Deep girl,
Okay.
let's go deep girl.
Yeah.
Deep girl,
Uh-huh.
but not too deep, girl. No. I will listen to everything that you got to say. You can say it any way you want to say it. You can get it out and I'll ask questions like, how do you feel about that? And then a Just listen, when you're upset, I'll hold you. Listen, I won't scold you, try to fix you. I'll just let you know that I need you. And let you know that I got your back, even when you're on the attack. We're a team, kinda like the A-team. And I'm Captain Murdoch and you're a deep girl. Let's go deep, girl. Deep, girl. But not too deep, girl. Deep, girl. Let's go deep, girl. Deep, girl. But not too deep, girl. No.
Yeah, let's go deep, girl. Let's go deep, girl, but not too deep, girl, right now. Yeah, when did I write that song? That song could not have been written in today's cultural climate. That was written in 2011, when you could still have fun. And in 2022, if you're going to have fun, oh boy, you better be wearing a fucking damn water balloon proof vest, because people are going to be slinging some comments your way. Oh my God, I was in Portland about a week ago, and I said, I don't know what I said, something very benign on stage. I was telling some story about maybe my relationship with my wife. Maybe I used the word beige. And somebody was like, oh man. And then they're like, oh, we're on your wife's side. And I'm like, you don't even know my wife. The only reason you're on her side is because she's a female. That's sexist. Y'all need to. And when I say y'all, it was just one person. But anyways, here's what my suggestion to you is. If you've got a comment about something somebody's doing on stage, maybe if you don't like it, leave. First of all, just leave, never come back. That's easy. I used to like it. And then I heard something that I didn't like and I left. Easy. But hey, this is my show. Don't interrupt my show with your comments. Anyways, this lady interrupted my show with her. And then I made the mistake of actually interacting with her. And I was like, look, you don't know me. You don't know my wife. You don't know our relationship. Don't tell me whose side you're on, unless it's my side. If you want to tell me you're on my side, that's fine, because I'm in the room. Anyways, it made me upset. And even now thinking about it, I'm like not happy about it. Like, hey, people think, but that's the problem with people. There's two types of people that can make up their own mind and people that have their mind made up for them. Now, if you can make up your own mind, that means you're listening to stuff, you're thinking about it carefully, and then you're making up your mind based on that information. And then there's people that don't have that ability. They don't have the ability to look at the information. So what they do is they listen to other people. Maybe it's on social media. Maybe it's 100% on social media. Or if they're watching some show, maybe they're watching Real Housewives. Who knows what the fuck? But they're told this is the way you should react. In this situation, this is the way you should react. Or maybe it's like, whatever it is, it's all things in life. This is what your relationship should be like. This is what your God should look like. This is what you should wear. This is how you should behave. This is what political party you should belong to. This is what ideology you should have. This is what your ethics should be. This is the way you should hold a fork. Whatever the fuck it is. People are just like, okay, that makes sense. I can't figure it out. You can. I trust you. I will just repeat back what you said in all situations. And then I'm like, hey, this is a different situation. This is a new situation. But they're like, we're not familiar with it, but we heard the word beige. So because we heard the word beige, we're supposed to go, ooh, we don't like that. Yeah, listen to the context. Figure out a way to make up your own mind. Listen to the facts, or just look at the situation and then review before you spew. Anyways, It's so hard to do that. And again, if you are able to make up your own mind, even with what I'm saying now, you're going to be like, let me think about that for a while before I make up my mind. And if you can't make up your mind, you'll just take what I just said and do what I'm saying don't do. So there's really no winning it. There's no winning. There's only accepting and loving. That's really all you can do is just love. So, yeah, I'm going to love that person. I'm going to love that person who interrupted my show for the rest of my life. Not because they're who they are, but because they are, and I am, and I have the ability and the opportunity to love. And really, by the way, that's the only thing in life that matters, is the ability to love. Taking that opportunity, you have an opportunity every moment of your life to love or to be in fear and to be angry and hate. And now, granted, the thing that makes this train go down the track is mostly anger and fear. Because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of most things. Everything makes me afraid. And I try to figure out ways to not be afraid, comfort myself. Food, Netflix, HBO Max, whatever it is, working, writing songs. But what I should do, or what would behoove me to do, is to love more. And all it takes to love is to just remind yourself of it, like I'm doing right now, and then just go, and then just start loving, like loving with all of your heart. You just stop and you think about, maybe there's somebody that just cut you off in traffic. Maybe there's something that's really been bugging you. Maybe you're like, I don't know, like having a health issue or something. You think about that thing that's disturbing you, that's bugging you, and you just go, I love you. I love you in the moment right now because I can, because I am able to. I love you. And then you just do that. And then the more you do that, you practice loving. And then next thing you know, you're like, man, what's going on? And you're like, I don't know. I just feel happy all the time. Or do the opposite, where you just are annoyed and pissed off and like, God damn it, things aren't working out. And you're in that state of mind, and then you're just not happy. So you can do what you want. I can do what I want. I am doing what I want. I'm at the Song Club, where you do whatever you want. Everybody's welcome here. And I'm glad you joined me today. I really am. I've had a wonderful time. I know there's some parts of the show that were a little sketchy, but the cool thing is I'm going to edit all that out later. If you're watching on YouTube, there was a lot of glitchy stuff. If you're listening to this as a podcast, it's all perfect. All right. If you want to help yourself to some good times, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bob Schneider. You can join today. You get all the songs you've heard today on the Song Club will be given to you to do with as you please. You can also get all the other songs, almost 70 times 8, whatever that number is, 560 songs. 560 songs for the cost of a large coffee. Jesus Christ. I need to raise the prices. Anyways, you can go in there today. Plus, you'll get my new album when it comes out before anybody else. So it's all good. There's lots of good stuff you're getting. But really what I'm getting is I get to hang out with you guys, and I appreciate it. All right, let's go out of here with a song called Cool Boy. Is this the jam? Well, it is the jam. Let's listen to it, and we'll get on out of here listening to it. Cool Boy from the Song Club. Yeah, already you're like, oh yeah, this is the jam. Yeah. Come on, come on. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Somewhere in the sun, I will be.
The Weeknd? When did this come out? 2016, 6 years old. Probably right around the time Weeknd started hitting it.
When the world gets colder, you might get colder, but I'll be waiting for you, girl. I'll be waiting. You're looking for a cool boy. Looking for a cool boy. Looking for a cool boy. Looking for me.
Oh, you're looking for me if you're looking for a cool boy.
Every word out my mouth like a gold brick. Build you cash so shiny, it's so slick. Make you feel safe like a baby in a bundle. Not like a sketchy uncle. Tell me what you're feeling. Take a feeling me. Changing the course of reality.
All right, y'all take care. We'll see you next time on the Song Club.
Playing in the sky like a billionaire scuba guard. Looking for a cool